So this is interesting. I'm in the yurt because there's not going to be anything happening in the yurt for April, at least. So I might as well come in here and make fire and have tea. And I have a bookshelf in here with some good books, and I picked up this one. A Handbook for Light Workers by David Cousins, published in 1993. And in the introduction, I found something interesting, which I think pertains to what's happening right now around the globe. Although I think currently what people have told me, and I've written this in my missive recently, that we're shifting into the fifth dimension versus the fourth dimension is what he's talking about in this book. But anyway, it pertains to the same thing, so I'm going to read it. The planet Earth, as an entity in its own right, is becoming aware of its soul. Mother Earth is also moving from the third dimension into the fourth dimension. As this note of initiation takes place and the planet's soul begins to reflect this and moves closer to the physical plane through the various subtle levels of matter, the vibrations of the planet are reflecting the immensity of this change. As the planet restructures and its vibration heightens and becomes more focused in relation to the purpose that its soul is now demanding, so physical life forms on Earth, in all their diversity, also have to hear that change by adapting, changing, and becoming. Although the planet has already become fourth dimensionalized on an astral level, the planet on a physical level and humanity in the main are still polarized in the third dimension. The third dimensional reality is reflected in Chernobyl, deforestation, our feudal system, and the artificial component of fear, which is still deliberately cultivated. All these third dimensional aspects no longer have credence in the fourth dimension and will sooner, rather than later, have to go. The fourth dimensional reality brings the capacity for us all to be telepathic, aware of the inner planes, and able to merge and meld with the mineral, plant, and animal kingdoms as we all vibrate in unison in the more total way that the new age is demanding. As fourth dimensional reality begins to focus and dominate and becomes a new keynote, not only for the planet itself, but for all life forms who choose to remain here, the Earth will have the capacity to absorb more light particles directly into her mass. But to do this, she needs us, the vast network of light workers. In fact, the whole reason for human form on Earth at this time is to interpret and partially digest these cosmic light energies and pass them to the planet, as she's not yet in a position to directly interpret them by herself. By passing these energies through human form, the planet can use this light and distribute it on whatever level she requires. This pattern is, of course, not so much a long-term event as a short-term one, which is already upon us. Isn't that spot on? It's so good. It's so good. There's a reason I came out here, y'all. I love it. Anyway, I hope you guys are good, and I hope you're feeling a little better each day and finding and reaching and accessing all of the things that you're needing. Thanks for listening. Love you all.